Hello survivors and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video. In this video we're going to be looking at the War of Champions rewards as well as the qualifying factions, extra free agent players that have been allowed to play as well. Just basically all the details in the post about War of Champions. So I'll read through the beginning. It says, "Greetings survivors. First, thanks to all players and factions who participated in the War of Champions qualifying rounds. As the time for the War of Champions approaches, now is the time for us to share more information about this part of the event with all of you. Here it comes." So these are all the factions that have qualified. I will scroll through as you can see. Now some of these factions have had some players suspended for the War of Champions weekend. Not permanently banned, so it wasn't anything too extreme, but it could have been something very small. Some of these factions have had their faction completely removed, but I think they're still in the list for some reason, so they might have to organize this, if I'm honest. There will be 40 factions, and these are all the factions that are in, but then now there are also a list of what we call free agents that these factions can pick from if they so wish to replace the players that were suspended, or even to replace players that are in their main 30. They can actually just say, hey, we don't actually want you in our War of Champions war weekend. You're going to have to go to another faction, and that'd be pretty harsh, but it definitely can happen. So here's a list of all the free agents that qualified, and these are from other regions. It's not necessarily the regions that had the qualifying factions, so you can have players just leaving your faction or your region just for the weekend, just to play War of Champions. And I'm just going to scroll through. There are a couple of people from my factions. In Schley, there's a couple of people. I would love to pronounce the names, but it's in Japanese. Yeah, it's in Japanese. I think one is Taichi or Taichi. Not sure how to pronounce it. I'm going to scroll quite quickly here. So if you do want to check these names, you can go onto the forum post, which I'll try and link in the description of my video, or you can pause the video as I'm scrolling down. Not too many recognizable names for me, but it's the name they're using right now. So it could be a different name that they're used to. And indeed, these are the two people from my faction, this person here and this person here. So congratulations to those two guys especially. And these are the rest of the people that I left. We'll scroll down, keep scrolling down. And there we go. It does also go on to rewards and how the event's going to be structured. So the event structure, it starts on Friday the 7th of February and then ends on Sunday the 9th of February. It says we'll be opening their War of Champions on the 29th of January for qualified players to transfer to. That's obviously over a week before the start of the event. This should give factions ample time to reorganize and recruit to fill any open spots on their rosters, which is, it should be. The War of Champions region will close on the 17th of the 2nd, and contestants will need to transfer out. Any contestants who do not transfer out of this region will be manually removed on the 17th of the 2nd. And here at Strongholds it says 40 crit to fast attackers, 30 attack to alert attackers, I assume that's 30%, and 10 AP to strong attackers. So it looks like it's going to be quite heavy towards alert characters on attack teams. We are seeing quite a heavy sort of tough and alert defense team, so it's not going to give you a massive advantage there. We have got one more S-Class character to be released before WOC, so we could see a really strong S-Class coming out. A lot of predicted that it's going to be like a beast level S-Class character that would be released just before WOC to like push spending towards that character. Hopefully that's not the case. I do hope that it sort of upholds at least some sort of competition rather than it being all in on who got that latest S-Class, which would be kind of sad, but we'll see what happens at that point. It does also list the rank rewards, and it says first place will get a new S-Class character, so an actual full-out S-Class character just for themselves. And they'll also get 2,000 S-Class shards choice box, and they'll have the gold avatar, quite similar to the original War of Champions, for coming first. Second place will be 6,000 S-Class character shards for that new S-Class character. Then it just scales down over each position. And the last 20 places, the worst you can do is get 1,200 war tokens, which is the best you can do in a CRW. Now, personally, I would have liked them to get also some shards, even if it was like 500 or 250, just a little token amount of shards, because that's the bonus. A lot of these are first place factions that are going to be attending this, so you want to give them something extra. They are going to be getting 800 S-Class shards again. That is kind of what they would be receiving from normal CRW rewards, I believe, so you want to bump it up a little bit. I don't think 250 shards and then 500 shards would have been that much of a difference, but this is the rewards. They may change, but this is the rewards as they're being shown. And then the milestone rewards goes up to 500,000 points, and you get a platinum mod for every 50k you score. The first 50k you would get a War of Champions avatar, and then from then on you're getting a lot of epic trainers and also a lot of armory tokens. By the looks of things, if you hit 500,000 you'll get 50,000 armory tokens, which is enough to make one 5-star weapon. So not really even that much if I'm honest, but 500,000 isn't going to be attainable by a lot of people, but we'll have to see. And that is the end of the news post. That is all the information regarding War of Champions. We've got the factions, the free agents, and the rewards. Things might change slightly in the run-up. We are a couple of weeks away still. I'm going to try my best to get into War of Champions again as a broadcaster to just see if I can shine some light on it in terms of just you guys watching the scoreboards effectively. But we'll see. We'll see. It should hopefully be fun for those guys. There will be a war weekend the same weekend for everybody else. So if you are in a Wave 1 region, you're going to be potentially going up against much more even competition for at least one CRW. Congratulations though if you did qualify, and congratulations if you won one of the free agents. Best of luck and have fun in that War of Champions weekend. That is the end of my video though, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in, and as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.